Hello. In the next few minutes, I will show you how you can create a class on TOMi Digital and be able to teach it to your students. Let's start with the Explore section. Here you will find thousands of classes created by teachers around the world. We are constantly trying to improve the results in this section so that you can find the next class that you're going to teach. But let's just create a class so you know how easy it is. First, we name our class and select up to 3 areas to classify it in. This is so that we can find it easier from the Explore section. Then we click Next. From here, we can edit the class title and modify the different sections. Now, let's add a cover to the class and give it some order with the controls in order to make it look better. With this button, we can add all types of questions and all types of resources. So, let's add a cover image at the beginning of the class to introduce the topic. Then, we're going to add a simple true or false question to measure how much your students know about the subject that we're going to deal with. When we go to the topic section, we add a video from YouTube, paste the link here, and we're done. Then, a word search question, just so that you can see how easy it is. We write a sentence, and then put the words we want the students to find by pressing the Enter key at the end, and you're done. When the activity takes place, the system will actually distribute the words and complete the rest of the scenario. We can also use a whole phrase to evaluate if some concepts are clear from the video. To do this, we put the entire definition and the words we want to hide, and we close with an @ sign. We can actually add several, but for now we will only leave one. Then, we can write some words as decoys. We can also add a document. Now let's add a multiple choice question, and in this case, they have to mark all the answers as correct. And then, we add one multiple choice question with only one valid answer. Then we mark the correct option. To finish up, we can add a matching activity. We will use the same image and, using the controls, we cut out part of the image so that the students can then associate each segment with the correct concept. We can also change the order of the class resources. To do this, we click on the Sort Resources option, and, using the controls, we move the question to the place we want. And now our class is ready. Then we're going to click on Finish Editing. In this part of the class, we can preview the images, questions, and all the class's resources at a glance. We can also share the link with other teachers so they can present our class. We have the option to edit if we are the authors, and this takes us to the screen where we were initially. The option to review can also help us to preview how our students will see the class or share it with our students if we create or find a class within the platform that we feel can be useful for them to review. We're going to click here to copy the review link. Once we have it copied to the clipboard, we can send it to our students. Now, here's our cover, the true or false question, the multiple choice question, and the rest of the class we had prepared. There is no time limit to answer or competition involved. This is more of a preview tool for us as teachers and a review tool for our students. At the end, we see a report of how many correct and incorrect answers we had during this review and have the opportunity to do it again. We can then send this link to our students so that they have it as a reference and are able to review it, or before, so they can study a class related to the topic that we are going to teach in our own. Finally, There is an option to teach a live class in which your students are connected through their devices. We click here and we copy the access data. Here are the instructions for us to share the live class with our students. In this case, we open another window to simulate what our students would see. We go to play.tomi.digital and the student must write the code. Then they enter their name to be identified and wait for us to start the class. Let's simulate another student. Then we see on our screen who is connecting and we can begin the class. This then is the cover we had designed, and since what follows is a question, a countdown appears on both our screen and the students, which prepares us for this first true or false question. We will answer, and here we see the report of who responded well and who did not. Now we will answer the next question. And this is how we work through our class, answering the questions and seeing the content. If we had more students, this is the Report tab where we could see a complete list of the students' results. We see the question with more right answers and the one with the least. In this way, we know in which topics the students are strong and which ones they should delve further into. If we want, we can also ask our students to tell us if they like the class or not. After this, we can review the report section. This is the class we just presented that we only had 2 students in. And here, we can see the report for all the questions. Let's review a class with more participants. Here, we see their general results. We see the percentage of correct answers, and we can also see the individual report for each student. We can also see how many questions the class had, how many participants were there, and how many people liked it. Additionally, the report asks students how they felt with each question, not only with the ones that they didn't get right, or the ones that gave them the most difficulty, but each question individually, as well as a report of each of the students' answers to each question. Now that you know what TOMi Digital is, log in right away and create your free account and start using it.